All right, so in this video, I want to talk about a feature that's in your homework as well as how to use Google Sheets so that you can do calculations involving the mean, the median, the range, and the standard deviation. Unfortunately, with Google Sheets and with Excel, the lower upper quartile and mix those two. The lower quartile and the upper quartile sometimes don't calculate correctly based on the formulas that are pre-programmed in here. So just use it for the minimum, the maximum, the median, the mean, and the standard deviation, and I'll show you how to do that. So this video is not super scripted, just so that you can see what certain buttons do and how to go about doing it. I have practiced this ahead of time, but I also want you to see how I'm going through this as well. Okay, so in your homework problems, there's this button here with, it looks like a blue box. You can click to copy it and click copy to clipboard. Okay, so this set pulls up. You might be able to go to edit copy. Let's try that. Edit copy and then open up a Google Sheet, which you have access to through your Rebel Mail. You have access to Drive in there. And then we are going to paste it and see what happens. Okay, so notice how it pasted the table in here. Typically with these problems, and what I'm doing now is I'm just expanding it so I can see all of the words. These problems ask you to calculate numbers for East Coast counties and Midwest counties. So just be careful what data set you're using for these calculations. One button on here that I really like is if you highlight the column, you can sort the sheet A to Z. So it'll sort your numbers lowest to highest, so you can easily figure out the min and the maximum here. If you want to figure out the mean using Google Sheets, you need to use the code or the word average. So to do this, you type equals, then you type average, open parenthesis, then you select all the data you want to use to calculate the average. So in this case, with East Coast counties, you just select the number for East Coast, close your parentheses. Okay, so take a look at the formula and hit enter. So it'll give you the mean. Let's say you needed two decimal places. You can use these buttons up here to decrease or increase the decimal places needed. So I want to go to 2 decimal places, so I'm going to keep pressing, so we would get 157.83. Okay. You can also calculate the median by typing equals median, open parenthesis, select only the values of the data set. So don't select the mean, that was your average there. Select only the values in the set, close your parentheses and hit enter, and it would be 131.75. Okay. The other thing you can do is calculate the standard deviation, but you have to be careful which formula you're using. Okay, so you continue to do equals. That signifies to Google Sheets that you're about to put in a formula. Start typing in standard deviation, so STDEV comes up. The one you want is this STDEV.S. That's the formula that we're using for this class. So make sure if you're going to use Google Sheets that you use this formula. So I would just go ahead and click it so you don't have to type it. It puts the parenthesis there for you, and you select the data that you want, close your parenthesis and hit enter. Okay, so it gives you a pretty big number. You can increase or decrease the values here. So I think this one goes to 3 decimal places. So you could decrease and go there. If you needed more, you could click the increase button as well. Okay. So you are allowed to use software to calculate the standard deviation. I would probably write down what you're doing or that you know the formula so that I know what you're doing in case you plug in something in wrong, or at least write out what you're doing in Google Sheets as well so that I know. But it's really helpful tool to learn, not just for this class, but for anything, being able to put Excel on your resume. Super helpful. Let me know if you have any questions about the content, or if you're wanting to use Google Sheets but you're having trouble. Let me know and we can screen share and I can go through the process with you.